Welcome back, gamers. We are bringing you number 14 in the series, this one being the most beneficial, the launch of Apex Legends Season 21, the Alter Guide on how to master her. Now this just isn't a how do you play her like everyone else's launch. We played her for 1,000 games, dropped 1,000 portals, picked the best, most helpful tips for you to learn both how to play against her, how to play with her, and then how to dominate the scene. This may say gold 2 on the screen, but I'm telling you, it feels like the pred rank already on day 2. Now, as always, stick around to the end of the video. That way we can tell you exactly where we rank her in the solo queue, in the team queue rankings, whether you should be playing her or whether you should just go back to her old bold race skin. If you haven't seen that video, it's right here. Now, as always, if you find these videos helpful and informal and you are willing to share them, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe on this video. We are dropping a legend review and or a tips review every single week on Sunday, and your support means a ton to me. I greatly thank you for being here. So with that being said, let's get you in to winning the big games, son. I'm talking about you. It's time to win. Alright, let's go through some of Ultra's ability. Her passive is Gift from the Rift. This allows you to remotely interact with a death box to claim one item. I don't know how far away you have to be for this, but you will see it in a couple of the examples from when we played her. Super helpful. You can get a stack of ammo or whatever else you want from the loot box, cells, attachments, etc. Her tactical is Void Passage. This allows you to create a portal passage through a surface. We're going to show you a couple examples in the firing range, but we're also going to show you how useful they are in game. And last is her Void Nexus, which allows an entire regroup point. So you'll throw this thing down. It's got a huge radius, super good. And again, I think we will see a whole lot more play out of her versus Wraith, just because of how beneficial this is if you have some team synergy. Now listen, we didn't spend a whole lot of time perfecting exactly how to use these, but you can use these rifts where in distances where you can't actually climb. You just throw this bad boy up on the wall. It'll teleport you. If you can crawl to it, you can go through it. So that's pretty easy, pretty simple, not that hard to understand. It is helpful though if you're trying to get a distance in somewhere you can't get. Her perks, I have been going with the ultimate cooldown. I think the Void Vision can be helpful to get the recon and exiting your attack. However, I've been going with Ultimate Cooldown because I've found that more useful, trying to continue to push fights and put my team in a safe spot. We'll go through that. For a level 2 perk, I have been going with the Unending Nexus, the Infinite Ult Duration. This, again, is very situational depending on where you are in the fight, but I've been taking it because the attack cooldown for 10 seconds has not been helpful. Having that ult endgame to be able to take you wherever you want is better. These are just 2 clips showing you how beneficial, I guess, if you are an M&K and you're running around, you can be looting the death boxes. I don't know if there's actually a symbol on the map. Didn't really check. As you can see, I'm looting here through the wall. Not that difficult. You get one item, you get a full stack of ammo, etc. So it's useful where you think you may need it. Again, as far as her attack ability is concerned, you see the depth if you can go through something or not. If you have to look up, you have to hit your use button to get through it. Again, I'm still learning every great spot to use it with. Even on KC here, you can see me using it on the drop ship. So this is really just playing with it, see where we can go through. I have plenty of examples where we used it really well and we didn't use it well. We've got those examples coming up here in this clip. Now first, with the bad example, there is a 3-second global cooldown from using the portal, going through it and exiting it. It is not quicker than running through a door. We think it is here. It's clearly not. Here we are getting downed. No surprise. So it's not quicker. However, like I said, you have to play with this thing a little bit and understand exactly where you're going to use it. We've used it a couple times where we felt like it made a huge swing in a team fight. This clip right here really shows trying to get my entire teammates to get under this thing to go up. Really, there's a third party behind this fight. Otherwise, we really wipe these guys easily. However, we do get third party from behind, but it is a great way to not have to go through stairs. Just get to high ground instantly. Super beneficial with this. Now, you don't always want to just go ahead and port on top of a team that knows you're underneath, but this was one of those examples. I'm sitting here in silver. Not that hard to do. Again, if we don't get third-partied, we're probably safe here. While playing with this thing a lot, at least in solo queue, most of my teammates not talking, I found myself several times not knowing where they are, end up dropping a certain spot where they're not. My team now is actually below, so I'm going to get in. Well, there's a guy right there. Well, here we go. We're just going to port below. Some of these instances where I use it are really just to get closer to my team. There's this example here. There's an ultimate coming down, so the team's clearly pushing, but instead of us stay underneath to get shot, we just pour up inside of it. You can see the doors getting blown off. So their objective was to push. Now we're a little bit safer. Overall, though, like I said, I didn't find it that difficult to use, but I found it very helpful to get in and out of places I need to be. Here, the ultimate, you can see it can be used for really two things. One, the gap closer between you and your teammates. You can go outside the zone, you can loot, and then you can find your portal to get you back to your teammates. This is a great example here of where we are taking a fight that we know has 3-4 different squads in it. We know we're putting ourselves in a position where we could die. This is where having some comms with your team is going to be really, really important. Now, I'll say with about 500 games that I played, I did drop 1,000 portals, mind you. So if you're trying to fact check me, I did it. But with those games, I will find my team did not know majority of the time that they could take this portal one down, which is really, really, really important. The enemies cannot take it, and so making sure that you kill downed opponents when you kill an altar is very important because they can port back. Here in this example, you can see this fight's going okay here, and then suddenly this swings for the worst. My teammate gets dropped. I'm going to turn around to look. I'm also actually going to get dropped in the back as well. Here, even as a down person, you can see I'm taking this portal back, and we are going to get a safe res. They don't know where it is. They can see us in the sky, but they don't know what we're at. We're getting the res. But like I said, I found my teammates, quite frankly, rarely using that when they got downed. I think people don't know how to play with Alter or against Alter right now just because she is so new. That's why I want to get this video out quickly. That way, if you're going up against her or you're playing with her, you can try to help your team understand the comms. I try to always ping this. If I was talking, I tried to, at least say, hey, my port's back here. If you get down, go. You'll need to be pretty clear with your comms if you're not playing with a 3-stack, because most of the time in solos, my team just didn't use it. You'll see in this example, this fight is going pretty well for us, but we took this fight knowing that we would potentially get third party in the back here. So when I threw that portal down, I basically told them, hey, if things get nasty here, and they're going to, turn around and take the port. As you can see here, my conduit goes down. She's got time to use it. She's not. Here's a third party. Shoot me in the back. Going to get cover real quick. Going to go ahead and take this Nexus. However, we're now down one person, but we are still alive versus all three of us being dead. Overall, though, what I will say, if you are playing with Alter or playing against her, a couple things you need to know. Be very clear. If you take shots on a wall or anywhere with a projectile in front of you, you are most likely going to get ported through and shot at. I won't say I found this very useful to escape, but I did find it very useful for closing the gap on people that were hiding. There's no more staying in front of a doors with Alter. You just go to the window next to it and you pour right through to kill them. We didn't do these clips in pubs or anywhere where I could get the sweet, nasty clips. I did this just to have the most information possible for those of you learning to play this legend. With that being said, if you can get yourself on a team with 2 people with comms, this legend is phenomenal for ranked, probably S tier. If you're playing in solo queue, I gotta tell you, she could be better if you can really find a way to get your team to understand where the portals are, have some synergy, but without the synergy, the legend just isn't great on her own. While her abilities are great, it really takes a team comp for this legend to be as dominant as possible.